Hi guys, this is Steve, your friendly fitness trainer. Hello. Welcome to the first video for the muscle of the month. Way, how exciting, eh? I've come up with this idea very recently, thinking that would be helpful to you guys, especially if you have any issues, just generally, or you might have an interest in certain muscle groups that may be affected through work or sport activity. So there'll be different muscle groups for each month, and for March I've chosen rhomboids. Hey! Now let me just go through about the rhomboid muscle groups. Okay, there's always in this household, at least, there's always some kind of muscle book to go through, so I can show you this here. So you've got the two parts of the rhomboid. Sorry, you've got the minor, which is going to be smaller because this one's called the major. Okay, where they are positioned are minor goes from the bottom of your cervical spine, which is C7, to the top of your thoracic spine, which is T1. Okay, so there's a very small muscle group there, and the major slightly larger, thoracic number 2 to number 5. Okay, now these are your upper back muscles. Okay, so they connect between your spine and each of your two shoulder blades, also known as the scapula. Okay, and when they connect, they pull your shoulder blades together and they run diagonal, and they build the rhomboids in such a way that supports your upper back. Okay, now the action it's like a retraction. A retraction is when you're kind of putting something back of the scapula, and it also can be known as adduction, which adduction happens in other muscle groups as well. And this helps to stabilize the scapula. Okay, it slightly assists the range of adduction of the arm. So something like, for example, arm above your head coming down to a shoulder height position. Okay, that would be the adduction there. Now, a basic functional movement would be something like pulling a drawer open. So again, anything that pulls there, you're going to be retracting, working your rhomboid muscles. Common problems will be things like tightness or soreness or achy shoulder blades. You know, I'm sure most of us have had that experience at some point before. Another common problem are shoulders rolling forwards. Okay, and that can be for, again, if you're sat down at your desk a lot and your shoulders are forward and you forget about thinking about your posture and engaging your shoulder blades. So that's what we're looking to do here. So I'm going to go through some strength and stretch techniques for you. Okay, so let's go with the strength ones first. Now, just getting my props out here. What you could start with first of all, okay, is either standing up or sitting down, a bent over or a reverse fly, I call it. Okay, so you could be just slightly forward, but you need to make sure your shoulder blades are engaged, so you're not coming with a round shoulderedness there. You're keeping your shoulder blades together, arms to the side, and then taking the arms out to the side. Yeah, so you're taking the arms out to the side in line with the shoulders. You're not going behind the shoulders, but you're keeping your shoulder blades switched on. So that's one way of targeting your rhomboid muscles. Another way is an upright row, which will work other muscle groups as well. An upright row being weights in the hands close together. You could do it with a bar as well, and lifting your elbows up to shoulder height and all the way down. Now, you have to keep your elbows higher than your hands and your wrists, so we can't be doing this. Okay, so it's lifting those elbows up and then lowering down. So again, what we're looking to do here, keep the shoulder blades nice and tight together. So you're already keeping them engaged. As soon as they start to relax, you'll get this horrible hump, yeah? And it's like a what's called kyphosis, a kyphotic position. So we want to lose that, keep the shoulder blades nice and tight together. And that then enables the rhomboids to switch on. You could also, if you have a band, or you're interested in getting a band, a lat pull down. Now, most of us have used lat pull downs in the gyms before at some point in our lives, where you've got the big bar, pulling it down in front of you, yeah? Quite difficult to do that with no big bar. It's a big piece of equipment. So you could use a band. I'll just lift that up a bit more. Above your head. And then you lower down like so. Again, shoulder blades are switched on. And just pulling that elbow down in line with the shoulder. Now this features on my bands video as well. Really good though for targeting your upper back. Again, rhomboids being the main priority here. And then there's another exercise you could do if you're lying down on your front. Okay, so if I do that, hopefully you'll be able to see me nicely. Lying on your front, hands in front like so, thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling, legs relaxed, so relax your legs, relax your glutes, head down, and the head stays down. And the idea is to lift one arm or both arms up at the same time, but keeping your head down, keeping your chest down, such as this. Now, you could add weights to this exercise, okay? Or you can take the arms out wider. Yeah, so elbows slightly higher than your shoulders, head stays down again. And again, you are engaging and contracting your shoulder blades there. Okay, so just keep thinking about how to engage the shoulder blades, and that's going to really help then with strengthening your rhomboids. Now, ways to stretch it. There's one that actually I quite like, which is something I would involve in my Pilates classes. Every so often it comes into it. It's called a dumb waiter. Now, a dumb waiter is when you have your elbows tight together, yeah, palms facing the ceiling, and it's really simple here. You take your hands out to the side and squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you bring your arms back to the center. You could also have a resistance band, and then you take the hands further out and you add a little bit of resistance to it. But as more of a strength exercise, this is more of just a stretch or a nice way to warm up your rhomboid muscles. Another one is a cat pose, where you're on all fours, yeah. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tucking your chin in and really opening up your shoulder blades there. Yeah, so you want to get a nice curve in your upper back. Okay, and tuck that chin in, and then you're holding it for 6 to 8 breaths. Another one that you can do, yeah, you're on your all fours for, it's called thread the needle. So you take one hand and it goes through to the other side, and then you just lower down. So the shoulder goes to the floor, head down, and then stretch the other arm in front and hold that stretch there. Again, you could do the same. You could do again the same for 6 to 8 breaths again, and that would also help to stretch your rhomboids. And you've got the shoulder stretch. Now, I always call this a shoulder stretch, but again, it's one of these stretches that stretches lots of different muscle groups. And it's the classic arm across your chest, shoulders relaxed, putting the arm across you with a little bit of force there. And that also stretches your rhomboids. And this is more of a 20 to 30 second hold. Okay, and then obviously you would do both sides. Now, there's one more that we can do, and it involves the foam roller, and I will be sending that separately, and how to work the thoracic spine around the rhomboid area with a foam roller. Okay, so that will be sent to you as well. So for the moment, that's a little bit of information about the rhomboid muscles, the action, the strength work, and the stretching work. And hopefully this has been of some use to you. Look out for April's Muscle of the Month and any other videos that I'll be sending to you as we go throughout the year. Okay, for now, thank you very much. Have a good day. Cheers now.